From childhood, many of us are told to give people the benefit of the doubt. We are taught to look for the good in others, to assume that what looks like malice may simply be a moment of weakness, stress, or a bad phase. And sometimes, that teaching serves us well. Many genuinely good people go through hard times, and compassion helps them recover. But here is the uncomfortable truth. Not everyone who hurts you is simply a good person having a bad day. Some people are not just troubled, they are toxic. Some carry within them not just flaws, but patterns of behavior that can destroy others emotionally, psychologically, financially, and even physically. To deny that reality is to leave yourself vulnerable. Evil exists. If you fail to watch for it, you may wake up one day to find your peace, dignity, and even your identity stolen. Here we explores how to recognize these destructive personalities, why awareness matters, and how to protect yourself before it is too late. You can't fix this. In past centuries, people often explained unusual or disturbing behavior as possession by evil spirits. While such beliefs oversimplified mental illness, they reflected a deeper wisdom. There are conditions and behaviors that ordinary compassion cannot fix. Today, we know more about mental illness, but the truth remains. There are forms of dysfunction and cruelty that are beyond an individual's power to manage. Life is finite. You only get so many years, so many chances, so many relationships. Spending that precious time trying to fix someone who is fundamentally incapable of change is not noble. It is self-destruction. Recognizing the difference between someone who needs support and someone who will consume your entire life is a critical survival skill. Crazy is common. One of the most sobering realizations of modern society is how common destructive relationships have become. Many people, often decent and well-meaning, walk into relationships blinded by attraction, excitement, or hope. They overlook red flags because the early stages of love feel intoxicating. Consider the story of a man who built a life with a woman he trusted, married her, and had children with her. Yet, after the children arrived, she changed dramatically, becoming manipulative, cruel, and unrecognizable. Was this mental illness? Narcissism? Psychopathy? Perhaps, but the impact was the same. Devastation for him and his family. The lesson here is stark. Destructive traits often hide behind charm, beauty, or charisma. Early red flags ignored will later cost you dearly. Lying and distorting reality. A key sign of a toxic or evil personality is habitual dishonesty. Everyone stretches the truth occasionally, but when lying becomes a consistent pattern, it signals danger. Such people twist facts, rewrite history, and create narratives that serve their own agenda. Even more damaging is gaslighting, the manipulation tactic where someone denies your reality until you begin to question your own sanity. One or two incidents might be dismissed as misunderstandings, but when it happens repeatedly, you are being psychologically broken down. This distortion of truth is not a flaw, it is a weapon. Manipulation tactics. Toxic people often master manipulation. They play the victim, shifting blame for their failures onto others. They guilt-trip you into feeling responsible for their unhappiness. They refuse accountability, ensuring that every problem eventually becomes your fault. This pattern creates a dynamic where you are constantly working to meet impossible expectations, apologizing for things you didn't do, and carrying burdens that aren't yours to bear. Lack of empathy. Perhaps the clearest marker of an evil personality is a lack of empathy. Compassion is what allows us to connect, to forgive, and to coexist. Without it, a person is capable of cruelty without remorse. A partner who mocks your pain, ignores your emotions, or shows indifference to suffering is not just insensitive, they are dangerous. Narcissists and psychopaths often fall into this category, and history has shown that individuals lacking empathy can commit the most devastating harms. Control, dominance, and entitlement. Toxic individuals seek control. They isolate you from friends and family, cutting off your support system. They criticize you constantly, making you crave their approval. They dominate decision-making until you lose your independence. Entitlement fuels their behavior. They believe they deserve more than others, and you exist to provide it. This dynamic strips you of autonomy, leaving you trapped in a cycle of dependency and submission. Thriving in conflict. Another warning sign is a relationship built on constant conflict. At first, arguments may seem like passionate disagreements, even followed by reconciliation. But over time, the constant drama becomes a battlefield where the toxic partner thrives. Peace and stability are replaced by endless chaos, draining your energy and hope. Destructive behavioral patterns. Destructive people often engage in behaviors that harm themselves and others for no reason. They lash out irrationally, destroy property, or dehumanize others, treating people as tools rather than human beings. They keep secrets, hide their true selves, and never apologize. These actions, small at first, accumulate into a pattern of abuse. How to protect yourself. So, how do you avoid being consumed by such people? 1. Listen to your instincts. If something feels wrong, trust that feeling. Your intuition often detects danger before your conscious mind does. 2. Set firm boundaries. Do not justify or explain them, just enforce them. Toxic people will push against limits, but your strength lies in holding firm. 3. Document everything. If you are married or deeply entangled with such a person, especially with children involved, keep records of their behavior. Documentation may be the only way to protect yourself legally and emotionally. 4. Reconnect with support systems. Friends, family, and even professional counseling are critical in helping you escape and recover. 5. Accept that healing takes time. Being with an evil person leaves psychological scars. Recovery is not instant, but it is possible with conscious effort and support. The hard truth. At the heart of this discussion is a truth many resist. Evil people exist. They may wear the mask of charm, beauty, or vulnerability, but behind that mask lies a destructive force. Labels like narcissism, sociopathy, or psychopathy are useful, but what matters most is recognizing when your peace of mind, health, and future are under threat. You cannot fix evil. You cannot love it into kindness. The only option is to identify it, set boundaries, and walk away before it consumes you. Conclusion. Life is too short to waste on unsolvable problems or people determined to drain the light out of you. While compassion and forgiveness have their place, they should never blind you to the reality of someone's destructive nature. Evil may hide in charm, in beauty, or in promises of love, but once revealed, it cannot be ignored. Protect your time, your mind, and your soul. Stay alert, set boundaries, and if necessary, walk away. Because sometimes survival depends not on how much love you can give, but on how firmly you can say no to those who seek to destroy you. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.